Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. How are you all? Fine. Fine is a small word, basic word. How are you all? Superb, amazing, outstanding, fantastic. At least you can say that, right? Don't worry. But even if you are fine, amazing, just wait for 30, 40 minutes, right? Then you'll be sad and all that, because we are going to start academic IELTS reading module. And this academic reading is actually going to puzzle your mind and all that, but in the end you will be fine. Don't worry about that, okay? Yeah, it's going to be all right. Okay, now whenever you start your academic reading, it's a very good idea to start it with the passage. First, just take a look at the passage and see what is the title of the passage. Once you know the title of the passage, and if there is any subtitle, you can read the subtitle as well. So title, subtitle. After that, you need to take a look at all the questions. That, okay, first few questions are true, false, not given. Next few questions are sentence completion and this and that. So you need to take a look at the questions and then decide from which question type you will start. Okay, so once you know that, okay, I'll start with this question type, then you can just go on with that, right? Now, let's go on. What's the title of the passage? Urban farming. So, urban means city, right? And farming means farming. Urban farming means farming in the city, in the urban areas. What is the opposite of urban? Rural. Okay, look at me pleasantly. Yeah, you should looking at me like. Okay, so please give me good vibes. Yeah, you're giving very good vibes today, by the way. Yeah, that's good. So, urban farming. And then they say, in Paris, urban farmers are trying a soil-free approach to agriculture. Oh, hi. Without soil, they're going to grow different vegetables and all that. See that? Latest thing, yeah. Space and fewer resources. So, less space and fewer resources. Could it help cities face the threats of our food supplies? Then the whole passage. So it means passage is about urban farming, and they will tell us how to do farming in buildings, right, without using soil. So after reading this, we need to go to the questions. And the questions that we have, they are sentence completion. First three questions are sentence completion, right, with no more than 2 words. Yeah, you have a different handout? Okay, all right. No more than 2 words and or a number. After this, the next questions are table completion. 4 to 7, they are table completion. And then 8 to 13, they are true, false, not given. So I think the test is in a very good sequence. So it's a good idea to start from the beginning, right? So we go back. Now, I'm starting from question number 1. Write your answers in boxes. Urban farming in Paris. So, the topic is urban farming in Paris. Now, remember, the first 5 questions or first 7 questions, usually the answers are in the first paragraph or maybe second paragraph. But mainly because it's reading part 1. So, part 1 starts from basic band level. They have to justify the band score of 1, 2, 3, 4. So they keep it simple and easy and straightforward. So the first questions like sentence completion, mostly answers are in first paragraph or maximum second paragraph. Now, when you read the question, after reading while reading the question, you need to spot a clue word. Clue word. That clue word will take you to the part of the passage where there is the answer. This is called locating the answer in the passage. If you are good at that, if you are good at locating that answer is in this paragraph in second and third line, if you are good at that, you will have very good time management. And if you are not good at that, first you will read first paragraph. Then you will read second paragraph. And then you will read first paragraph again. Okay? Because the answer is not there, so you'll read it again. You will waste your time. Remember, average time for each question must be 1 minute. If you are stuck with a question, leave it immediately for the end. These type of questions, you can deal with them in the end, because that one question can take your 5 minutes and destroy your time management. So if you're trying to find the answer and you cannot locate the answer, don't guess, leave that question, and in the end, if you don't find the answer, you can just guess that. But don't spend more than a minute on each question. Is that clear? Right? Now let's read the question. The question says vertical tubes. What's the clue word? But you need to read the question carefully. Vertical tubes are used to grow strawberries. And after that there is comma. You need to, listen. I'm reading the question and many of you are looking for the answer. Yeah, I win. You win here, but then you will lose in actual exam. So focus. Strawberries, and then there is comma. And then they've written herbs. So it means you need to look for the word strawberries and herbs, and answer will be in the middle of strawberry and herbs, or otherwise it will be the third or fourth word with strawberry and herbs. So we go back to the passage. Please come back to the passage. Locate strawberries and herbs. Okay, it's the second paragraph. Are you sure? All right, it's the, you may call it second paragraph. You can see that. They've written here, first the word is vertical tubes. That is your clue word. Found it? Okay, now listen. The title and then subtitle. Subtitle is not a paragraph. Okay, it's not a paragraph. So the first paragraph is the main one. First paragraph, third last line. Are you there? Vertical tubes nearby burst row upon row of lettuce. Near those are aromatic herbs, which is given, such as basil, sage, and peppermint. And opposite, in narrow horizontal trays packed not with soil, with coconut fiber and all that. Okay, now do we have strawberries here? Yes. Where? Yeah, if you go above, one line above, they mention strawberry. Strawberry plants dangling down inside them. From identical vertical tubes nearby burst row open row of lettuce, and then near those are aromatic herbs. Now herbs is mentioned, strawberry is mentioned, answer will be lettuces, and it is plural, lettuces. So lettuce or lettuces, whatever, you can just write it. And you have to copy the spelling, so therefore make sure you write the correct spelling. Lettuces. Got it? Now let's read question number 2, please. There will eventually be a daily harvest. Daily harvest means every day you go to your tomato field and you come back with a lot of tomatoes. So there will eventually be a daily harvest of as much as, underline as much as, in weight of fruit and vegetables. So there will be eventually daily harvest of as much as dash in weight of fruit and vegetables. Now what's the clue word? Fruit and vegetables and daily harvest. So we go back to the same passage. Fruit and vegetables, daily harvest. As much as. Now when we say as much as, it means it's going to be some quantity. As much as, and then some quantity. So let's go to second paragraph. Can you see, yeah, which line? Sixth line, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, sixth line. Yeah, I'm reading it after full stop. When the remaining 2/3 of the vast open area are in production. Found it? 20 staff will harvest up to 1000 kg of perhaps 35 different varieties of fruits and vegetables every day. Every day means daily. Now as much as means up to. Exactly. For as much as they use the word up to. What will be the answer? 1000 kg. And you will write 1000 as a number or as a word? As a number, absolutely. So correct answer is 1000. Can you write what? Listen, when it is 1000, you should write 1000. Okay? If you write, for example, ONE1, THOUSAND, 1000, and then you write kg, how many words are they? 3 words. You are breaking the rule. The rule is no more than 2 words and or a number. But when you write 1000 as a word, there are 2 words. Okay, so whenever there is a number in IELTS listening and IELTS reading, write number in digits. That's best approach. And one more thing, they've written kgs. Now don't try to be shoha over there. I will write kilograms. And at the end you write KILOGREMS. Right answer will be wrong if you have the spelling. Okay, spelling mistake. So in the passage, they've written kg, you should write kg. Now let's go on. Question number 3. It may be possible that the farmer's produce will account for farmer's produce. Now let me tell you, produce is what the farmers grow. If they have tomatoes, that those tomatoes will be called produce. If they have any other vegetable, so I mean whatever they get from their crops, we call it produce, right? So it may be possible that the farmer's produce will account for as much as 10% of the city's dash overall. Now look, if there is a number in the question, it's very easy to spot. Go back and see where they mentioned 10%. Yeah. Okay, that is the location. Now don't forget the question. What's the question? The question is, it may be possible that farms produce will account for as much as 10% of cities what? 10% of cities something. So we go back to the passage. Same paragraph, there is the word 5% and then 10%. So I'm reading, okay, it's the second paragraph. I'm reading from third last line. But if enough unused space, found it? Okay, enough unused space can be developed like this. There is no reason why you shouldn't eventually target maybe between 5% and 10% of consumption. So what will be the answer? Consumption. Well done. That's good. Now go back and write down the answer, consumption. And you need to write the location as well. I mean, just mark it. Correct answer is consumption. Now have you noticed we found 3 answers in 2 paragraphs. Now listen to me carefully. Very important tip. If you answered these 3 questions after reading these 2 paragraphs completely, you will never be able to complete your IELTS reading in 1 hour. Then you will say, kalle bande da kam nahi. Yeah, एक question पढ़े, एक answer ढूंढे, right? So you need to just spot those lines. You need to spot those sentences where there is the answer. Then you will be able to manage the time. Otherwise, you will read the whole paragraph. And if you read something which is not relevant to the question or related to the question, you are actually wasting your time. Don't say that topic is very interesting. I'm learning. You are not learning, okay? You are just solving the reading test, okay? Thank you. अभी तक कोई confusion? All good?